I know, but we really wanted to talk about the GIEQs Foundation charitable arm branch of the GIEQs Foundation. So, and we have some very involved people here. We have Vikas Lala, who's a fellow from South Africa. We have Professor Danny Deleuze, who goes and train a lot in the northern part of Africa. We have Tanya, who really puts head and shoulders underneath the charitable events we do, and we have Professor Hans van Vlieren, who supports us in all of this as well.
Morning.
So, firstly, we will start with an introduction to the Gastroenterology and Hepatology Association of Sub-Saharan Africa, and this will be by Professor Chris Kassianidis.
Thank you, and good morning. For this opportunity to introduce the Gastroenterology Foundation of Sub-Saharan Africa to you. My name is Chris Kassianidis, and I chair the foundation, which was established just over 15 years ago, contributing to the education and continuing medical education, not only of established gastroenterologists and hepatologists, but particularly those in training, and we have concentrated on the fellow in training over the last 10 or 15 years. In 2017, we established GASA, the Gastroenterology and Hepatology Association of Sub-Saharan Africa, which is a networking platform.
Thanks very much, Chris. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for the opportunity to present to this forum. And it's my remit to just give you an overview of the current state and needs of endoscopy in Africa. And I'm going to just say a few things about African countries and the Human Development Index, the shortfalls of endoscopy provision, which are many, some of the training initiatives that we have embarked on and are still in the process of embarking on, and a few take-home points, or if you like, problem points, that I'd be interested to hear the panel's view on. Africa has a population of about 1.2 billion. Nigeria and Ethiopia have the largest populations, and the numbers here are the countries which have a population over 50 million. And again, you can see South Africa down there at the bottom at number 5. Again, these are the populations, not the areas, as you can see. And you will, what I'd like to say just a little bit is to set some perspective on these 58 countries. And I think it's really important that we try and talk about the Human Development Index, which is a little bit more holistic in its approach to looking at how well countries are developed and how well they are resourced. It looks at life expectancy. It looks at education and has an education index as part of the HDI. And it also looks at what we traditionally look at as the incomes by the World Bank per capita intake. And again, you can see that medium human development and low human development have been given these values. Endoscopy capacity. And I'm just going to show a couple of slides from this article because I really think it puts it in perspective, despite the fact that it's only from 4 countries. The 4 countries are Kenya, goodness me, Ethiopia, and Malawi and Zambia. And again, they surveyed 344 digestive healthcare professionals. That's a very wide and broad definition, and it's predominantly surgeons. And they reported on 91 healthcare facilities, and they had a 25% response rate. They did a lot of analysis in the paper, and again, there are lots of flaws in their methodology, as there are in all surveys, including the response rate. But if you see here, you can look at the indices of number of endoscopies per 100,000, functioning gastroscopes, functioning colonoscopes, and these have been compared to my own province in Cape Town and to the United States and the Netherlands. And you can see the stark reality of exactly how we are under-resourced. We can train them properly. And again, I'm very impressed with the GIEQs platform. And I'll just give you a little bit of my own background as to how I sort of got involved with teaching. I'm a surgeon by training. Some of you will know about advanced trauma life support, but I've run more Train the Trainers and been on more Train the Trainers than most. I reached 70 this year, so I've been round the block a little bit. And we went, the impetus for this really started when I used to practice in an area in Natal, population of 12 million. We had one ERCP service, and we set up with a young, enthusiastic Nigerian another setup. And we used the neurosurgery suite because that's the only place that wasn't being used. And we set up the service there, which is now thriving. And we did all sorts of things to facilitate that maneuver. And this is where things started to begin for me. You might see John Anderson sitting at the back of that photo in the right-hand corner. He made a complete fool of me at that workshop, but it was all in good spirit. And it was a fantastic impetus for us.